Hello everyone out there in internet land, my name is Matt, and this is my video cast, and I'm going to be talking about movies. Good movies, crappy movies, you name the movie, I'll probably watch it and tear it apart. Now, one thing I'm going to say, if you're young or underage or anything like that, or you're sensitive to language, go fucking watch something else, because I'm not going to fucking hold my tongue, because there's no fucking point. Anyway, first movie I'm going to be talking about today, my first episode, is Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever. Now, I did not pay to go get this movie. This movie was a straight-to-DVD feature, and if you saw the first one, you're glad. Or you should realize why this was a straight-to-DVD feature, because the first movie was terrible. But either way, I did not pay for this. I have a friend of mine who works at Blockbuster. He gets free rental. So if we figured, what the fuck, let's pull a Mystery Science Theater on this. You know, sit, rip it, make fun of it, just because of how bad it really is. Now, in this movie, there is no cabin, which kind of defeats the purpose of Cabin Fever, because if you saw the first one, I'm sorry, but if you saw the first one, they were in the woods, in a cabin, and that's where they got sick and all this crap. But in the first movie, virus, kill people, incurable, blah, 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 blah. So there. This movie starts, guy, face half melting, like if you've ever seen the movie Darkman, great movie, by the way. Kind of looks like that, but a lot more bleh, gory and bloody, and he's running through the woods, comes through this highway. Now, I think, God, where were they? Can't remember where the actual movie was set, but I do remember that in the opening credits, they passed a sign that said Springfield, this many miles, so I thought, hey, shit, they're going to see The Simpsons. Hot testicles, let's go. But no Simpsons. However, I'll get to that in a minute. But, sorry, I'm going to get off track a few times. You'll have to forgive me. If you don't like it, eat me. Guy running through the woods, comes to a highway, looks one way, looks the other way. Here comes a school bus. Bam! Guy explodes, and that was pretty cool. So then the opening credits start. Now, when the opening credits start, it goes into a cartoon to where it looks like, hey, new Mike Judge film, holy shit, let's go. And then it just cuts to the beginning of the actual movie. Now, the lead cop in this movie, we all dubbed Party Boy, because at the scene of the accident with this bus, the bus just plows this guy, he says to the bus driver, like, man, this ain't nothing, man. You should come see some of the shit I do at parties, man. And he always talks about partying and drinking and all this crap in this movie, and he's easily the worst or best cop ever if you're looking at this movie in my perspective. So he was fantastic. Now, at the scene of the bus in this the first scene, actual scene after the credits of this movie, it's pretty funny. He's sitting there picking at the guy's remains with a pen, no less. Shows you how great of a cop he is. And all the kids are watching out the back of the bus, and sure as shit, this girl's standing right there, bleh, milk or whatever, all over the back window. Funny as shit. And you got to be thinking that the kids in the bus, they look up to this cop. They see him as a hero, but little do they know, he is very, very disappointing. And the best part about that whole first scene is the bus driver gets in the bus, turns on the windshield wipers, wipes off all the blood on the front of his bus, and keeps on driving. So that was fantastic. I loved that. Now, when the movie actually, gets going and you start meeting the characters, it starts off like any cute little fartsy, faggoty John Hughes teen love movie. I'm sorry if you like John Hughes. I don't. Fuck The Breakfast Club. It starts out like any other teen love story. Leading man has a crush on the hottest girl in school, but has an asshole boyfriend who just happens to be a goddamn third-degree black belt. Funny thing about the guy that plays the asshole boyfriend, found two names. His name is great, and I'm telling you, if this guy's not a porn star, someone's not doing their fucking job. Because this guy, his name is either Ryder Hard or Ryder Strong, because the movie said Ryder Hard, but I looked on IMDb.com and it said Ryder Strong. So either or, great porno names. But asshole boyfriend, black belt, porno name. So anyway, movie starts going, and of course our leading man has a friend or a sidekick. Everybody does. He's walking down the hall. He sees a girl crying in a classroom. Goes see what she's up to. She ends up taking him to a bathroom to quote unquote service him. That will come up later. so pay attention to that. Movie picks up about 20 or 30 minutes into it, and when I say the movie picks up, just basically the blood starts flying. I think on the special features DVD, or the special features part of the DVD, it said they made close to 1,200 gallons of fake blood for this movie, so that'll give you an idea. The gore in this movie is just over the top. It's ridiculous. The first person to die is kind of a funny but disgusting bit. There's this fat chick. Now, when I say fat, I mean like 400 pounds easy. This guy, I swear, he's got to be an athlete or something like that. But this good-looking guy, good-looking young guy, takes this huge fat chick into the school pool to, you know, do their business. Well, they're kissing and all over the place, doing it in the pool. She ends up losing a tooth. He takes off, and then she starts drowning. He tries to get her with the hook. She pulls him, and he cracks his head on the back of the floor. They're both dead in the pool. That's probably the first bit of actual death of a character in the movie. And after that, blood everywhere. Now, if you remember the blowjob I was talking about 2-3 minutes ago, on this girl's lip, you can see a little bit start of the virus as she's getting ready to service this young man in the bathroom. And sure enough, they're running around in the movie trying to get away from, there's some kind of government agents that are killing all shitloads of people because they don't want this virus to get out. But sure enough, this guy that got this blowjob from this girl with the thing, he takes off his pants and his cock is kind of melting away, and oh god, it was so funny. He takes it out, and it's obviously a prosthetic, but he takes it out and he's holding it in his hand like this, and you can see him take one of his hands and reach around and start squeezing something, so it starts oozing pus and blood. Now, I'm not a squeamish person, but even I had to turn away for the oozing penis thing. It was way too much. It was great. But after the fat chick dying in the pool, it's blood, gore, death. Nothing else really happens in the movie. In the end, the special love interest of our main character gets away. He finds our party cop friend and his buddy, who somehow, oh man, something I gotta talk about this. The cop friend wants to quit the force and take off, but he's got a friend. They're driving out of town. They get to a roadblock. The roadblock cop tells them they can't cross. So the driver, the party boy's friend, gets out to try to persuade this cop or bribe this cop into letting him go. And he drops his wallet and then says "Butterfingers" and just elbow drops him in the head like Macho Man Randy Savage style. So that was pretty funny. And like I said, after the fat chick dives in the pool, not much happens. But love interest of main character, cute little girl, she gets away. She's got the virus. She doesn't know it yet. And the worst part, one of the worst parts about this movie is at the very end, in the ending credits, it goes back to the Mike Judge looking style cartoons, but they leave it open. They give you 4 different scenarios on where the virus ended up. So they're all leaving themselves open for 4 more goddamn films. So probably gonna end up talking about more cabin fever movies in the future. But one of the scenarios is our cute little blowjob girl. Remember her? She still got the virus. She's 16, working at a strip club. She's taking off her clothes. She's got all these infections all over her body. One guy in the club turns to his friend and says, "Nah, I still do her." And then the very end of the ending credits, she's going back. It's back to the Mike Judge cartoon, and she goes back to her house and she goes to bed. And the last thing of the movie is this little bubble comes up over her head. She goes, "Wow, I wish I went to prom." So that's really all this movie had to offer. If I were you, unless you're like me and had a free rental somehow, unless you had that, I would leave this movie where it belongs, on the goddamn shelf, because this movie is awful. Stay away from it. And that's all I have, really, right now. Really don't know what to call this whole thing. I was trying to think of some crazy names, but I came up with nothing. So if anybody's watching this, you guys have an idea for a name, let me know. Post on the comment. I'll leave my email address in the description or whatever. Also, if you guys have any ideas for movies I should watch and tear apart, whether it's good or bad, I will watch it. So I'm normally willing to watch any movie that I'm put in front of. But I'm done. See you guys next time.